Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode of Turn Left, a Magnify podcast. Today we have a special guest with us, Arvind, who trades by the day and by the night. He is travel connoisseur. He reads travel. He breathes travel. He reads credit cards. He breathes credit cards. So he's someone who will not post much on social media, but he reads everything. And believe me, he reads everything, whatever is happening on Twitter, Reddit, even the WhatsApp groups that we have. And that's how I met Arvind. He has been a good friend since we met on one of the WhatsApp group about points and miles. Very recently, he told me that he is burning his stash of points for something exclusive, which is 38 plus nights on points and that too in Japan. So I thought he is the perfect guest for our podcast. And thank you, Arvind, and welcome to this podcast. Arvind is a chartered accountant by profession. He runs a fund called Ansible Capital, and he's trading since half a decade, more than half a decade, if I'm not wrong. And I would like you, Arvind, to please introduce yourself and tell us how you got into points and miles.
Yeah, so hi Pranav, thanks so much for having me and lovely to be on the episode of your podcast Turn Left, right? The Points and Miles has a seed, maybe more than 15 years ago from when I was a child, right? So I will come to that soon, right? So by qualification, I finished my CA in 2018 and I always had a penchant for markets and it's time. So I began learning, understanding, you have a journey, right? So the initial journey, like all people who are in markets, it's not very smooth. But then soon you get the hang of things, right? You have beginner's luck and then it's an up and down. You get the hang of things. So I became consistently profitable like by 2021, maybe it took a year and a half. And then I got into the business of, managing money, proprietary and started developing strategies. Soon got into algorithmic trading where I realized ultimately it's about efficiency, and manually when you trade you cannot be efficient. The human being can only do so much. So in 2014 I got into developing algorithms, not 14, 2024, and I was one of the early adopters of GPT for coding. When your chat GPT came, I think it is GPT 3.3.0, 3.5. That's when I used it extensively in 23. In fact, much earlier than that, I used it for my MBA project. So no one even knew about it. And half of my project, the coding was done by chat GPT. So that was very interesting. And right now, almost all of my systems are automated. And the whole idea, the inception of my gift city fund, it is due to the superior structure it offers. So as a resident in India today, I cannot trade the US market, in a very risk controlled way using derivatives unless I am institution, right? So gift city offers individuals like you and me the opportunity to do so through a fund structure. So through Ansible Capital, we are doing the same. And at the same time, we'll be, doing it for non-residents also. So say you're staying in the US, Europe, Japan, wherever, we could work a structure out for you. So yeah, that's about my shop, you could say. And parallelly, see, when you're in finance, right? You always think of efficiency and optimization. Finance is what? Finance is basically money, movement of money, right? I give you money and someone takes it, and somewhere, someplace, someone makes some money off it. For the first time in our lives, the customer makes money off the banks, and that's how credit cards work.
Yeah.
You know how to use it properly. So when
Yeah.
I was a kid, I used to see my dad use these credit cards. He used to get these Amex jet privilege credit cards, and we used to fly business class back then using not you had jet privilege and then you had Kingfisher.
Okay. Okay.
My first free flights used to be when I was probably 9, 10 years old.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Like, this is very interesting. And then dad used to have this city premium miles card that he would accumulate points on and then we would redeem it. So I never got into it. like into the depth of it, but I knew somewhere, yeah, points are something,
Yeah.
that are meant to
Experience.
be capitalized on.
Experienced it very well in your early childhood. Yeah, got it.
But the other side of the conundrum is, in order to, earn points, you need to first make money and then you need to spend money. So I think that opportunity came only, in the 2020s, maybe 21, 22, where I started earning money and spending money, and then came in Magnus. So, I think, yeah, it's a perfect card, right? So that's when you things got interesting and then you got into this full time. So yeah, back then we would still use some kind of optimizations, but Magnus is what kicked it off. And then we're like, okay, dude, let's just rock and roll.
Yeah, got
So
it.
I mean, a good amount of my stash was from the Magnus days. So
Okay.
I didn't travel much till I mean, right after lockdown, didn't do much of international travel.
Mm-hmm.
I think 22 to 23, we did cover a lot of domestic destinations, which you could just go for a few days and then come back. International wise, the first long vacation post COVID, when I say long, it is more than 1 week, right? So that is long, is Japan. And I've been wanting to do Japan for, I guess, 10 years now. So
Nice.
always
Got it.
been fascinated. During lockdown,
Yeah.
I even started learning Japanese, so that just added
Oh,
to it.
wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Duolingo?
No, so I enrolled for a class which was facilitated by our CA institute itself. So they tied up with Japan Foundation in Delhi, and we used
Okay.
to do it online. So
Understood.
learned for about 3 years. Then I go to Japan and realized, dude, I know jack shit.
All right, all right. I think let's come to that point. So, Arvind, you stayed in Japan for around 40 nights, and out of those, you burnt your points for around 38 nights staying in premium properties in Japan. Japan in itself is very costly, and the rooms are very small everywhere you go. Being a Japanese, ecosystem, and I think staying in a 4-star, 5-star properties is amazing when you go to Japan. You did that, and especially you went with your mom. That is something very different. I have not heard in my memory for last couple of years that someone is going to Japan with his mom, his or her mom, and you did that. Would love to understand how it all went. We'll go stay by stay or city by city, but would love to know what got you into, you know, having that 40 night stay.
So see, the thing with Japan, it's such a vast country, right? And every maybe few hundred kilometers, the culture, geography changes significantly.
True.
So to do it properly, I believe you at least need 20 days. So in
Okay,
my mind, somewhere karna hai to 20, 25 days.
got it.
Then comes a point where you want to see autumn. So there are two good seasons to go to Japan. First is the cherry blossom spring season, the Sakura
Yeah,
Hanami festival.
March, April. Yeah.
So it's just like for a week where you have continuous sakura bloom in one region.
Hmm.
And if you miss that, it's over. So you need to hunt to the next location to see the cherry blossom viewing. And then the other beautiful period is the autumn. So
Got it.
I was like, see, Japan, I don't know if I'll be able to do it again. I don't know if I'll have the time. So I want to do autumn
Hmm.
and I want to stay there for Christmas and New Year.
Okay, okay,
I
okay,
wanted to do that. So
okay,
this plan set into motion sometime around June, July last year.
okay.
And then you have those Hello Blue sales and all of the flying blue sales, whatever it's called. And flying blue sale. So I booked that and yeah, but the thing is I had to do the reschedulable one because
Okay.
the autumn dates this year was a bit erratic. It was not very certain. So typically in Japan you have autumn 15th November to maybe first week of December and it's over. So
Got
this
it.
it got pushed. It got pushed by around 2 weeks. So I had to do one reschedule of my flights.
Hmm.
And effectively, it ended up being November end to
Okay.
January 1st. So,
Wow.
so
Okay.
like, a good, if you have to count it, it's like November, December, January. So 3 months in Japan, I could say so. I would love to say so. but it's
Yeah. Super. Did you ask your mom that let's go? She told you, like, yaar, I want to go to Japan. How was it? Okay.
24. I could not.
Okay. Okay.
I was like 25.
Right.
My plans of doing autumn and Christmas, I think it started, playing out. Because typically, if you do autumn in November, then
Okay.
you have nothing to do between beginning of December till Christmas. You
Understood.
cannot see the Christmas markets, the illuminations of Japan.
Nice.
So
Nice.
because it got pushed and I had some flexibility with my flights, so I pushed my flights too and moved the hotels around. I got to experience a lovely autumn in Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka.
Wow. Wow. So, which all cities did travel in 40 days journey?
So I did Tokyo,
Okay.
then I did Nara, which is the deer park, then Kyoto.
Okay.
After Kyoto, we wanted to do Hokkaido, Sapporo,
Okay.
but again, due to bad weather, we had to drop it. So
Okay.
move our things around. We did more of Osaka, which in hindsight was a very good idea.
Mhm.
Thereafter, solo, I did Nagano. So Nagano is another hill. I mean, it's like a foothill of a hill station. Basically, skiing over there. So they are called ski resorts.
Okay.
Nagano, there's a place called Hakuba and Togakushi, very popular ski resorts. So
Okay.
skiing karna hai, I've missed Hokkaido, so let me do skiing somewhere.
Okay.
Then I did this place called Yokosuka, which is slightly ahead of Yokohama.
Mhm.
And the US has a naval base over there.
They naval base. They have an air force base in Okinawa, if I'm not wrong.
They have a Air Force base in Okinawa. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
And
Cool.
a naval, yeah, and a naval base in Yokosuka. Basically, half the town is owned by the US.
Very interesting.
Very
Interesting.
interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's about it. I wanted to do Nikko, but then I was like, yeah, let me chill more in Tokyo. I was too tired to travel around by then.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, we went to Nikko when we visited. I mean, Shruti and I visited. It was beautiful. We did a 1 day trip, but it was wonderful. You mentioned you did solo. So your mom left in between. How was it?
Yes, yes. So middle of December, she had to come back to
Okay.
Mumbai. I mean, it's pre-planned.
Okay.
So she came back to Mumbai.
Okay.
The creme la creme of my trip, right? The best of properties happened between end of November to middle of December. So because
Okay.
I really like to pamper her.
Sure.
So every year also whenever say her birthday or something, just book some crazy property and do some crazy stuff just to pamper her. Yeah. So Japan was like the ultimate thing and I was like, okay, now I don't know if I can beat this.
As a country itself, you can't beat it, and then maybe this 20 long days with her. Wow. So you planned in a way where you spend most of the beautiful properties in the first 20 days,
Yes.
then maybe move towards or was it all amazing properties throughout?
I will say almost all properties were great.
Okay.
One, two were like, mid-range property, which was planned because I just wanted to, recoup my energy, just
Got it.
relax and, stroll around. So I didn't want to book some high end.
Got it.
But I would say 95% properties were all fabulous, luxurious properties. Yeah.
Super. I think let's go one by one, city by city, property by property. How many days you spent over there, and maybe how many points you used to book that property, and how you booked it. Right. So you started with Tokyo. You mentioned. So
Yeah.
where did you stay in Tokyo?
So Tokyo right off the bat began with a bang at Fairmont Tokyo,
Okay.
which
Okay.
is right now one of the best properties in Tokyo. So
Okay.
it is located in the Minato-ku district. So that is
Okay.
the business district.
Okay.
Incidentally, the weekend I was staying, they also had an event hosted by the PIF, Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. So the hotel was packed. It was a houseful property, and I am sure that hotel, or maybe all business hotels in Japan, are houseful throughout the year.
Okay.
I don't know, at least 70-80% occupancy because
Got
anytime you check, it's full.
it.
I mean, I went, I asked for an upgrade. They're like, we would love to give you, I'm a platinum member. So,
Uh-huh.
love to give you an upgrade, but unfortunately, there are none available.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So, we didn't get, so we got a room with a lovely view of the Tokyo Tower.
Okay.
And the property is fantastic. The people are lovely. I think we were on the 40th floor.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, see, when you go to Tokyo, you're like, oh, I need to have a view of the entire city from
Very true.
Tokyo Skytree or the Shibuya Sky, right? We did
Yeah.
do the Skytree,
Okay.
okay, but then I was like, yeah, after staying at Fairmont, what's the point of going to Skytree? You're already on the 40th floor, and the view from there is 10 times better than the Skytree. So,
Amazing. I'm sure. So you are a platinum, Accor Platinum? Okay. Okay. And even then you could not get a upgrade.
yeah, so Fairmont requires a diamond status for the lounge access and upgrade to a Fairmont Gold. So
Okay.
otherwise you are, I mean, dependent on the gesture and goodwill of the hotel. So you can ask directly, you can request, and most places they oblige unless it's out of their hands.
So you stayed 3 nights in Fairmont? 4
4 nights.
nights in Fairmont. Okay. And then where did you move? Oh,
So
so stay. How many points did you burn in Fairmont?
see, Fairmont, no, it was expensive, around 1.3 lakh points at Fairmont.
1.3 for
Yeah.
4 nights.
It was expensive. And I mean, if you book early, maybe it's a bit cheaper. But later in the period, I mean, the rates go as high as 1 lakh rupees per night.
Understood.
And being peak period, right? I mean, December first week is like peak. So it mellows down maybe, say, December 10th onwards till the 20th. And then again, Christmas begins. So again, the rates go sky high.
Understood.
So better plan your holidays maybe 6 months in advance, and you can always cancel and rebook. So
Yeah.
that's how I also do it.
Okay.
What is expensive, but it's worth the experience. And the room was a 49 square meter room. How much? 40 square
Oh,
meter room in Japan, heart of Japan, the priciest location of Japan.
very hard. Very hard. Very hard. So was it kind of a BH?
No, it was a very large, say, studio type apartment, not an apartment room with an ensuite bathroom and a bathtub. It had mix of Japanese traditionalist vibes and Western design, temporary design. So beautifully designed hotel. Very small, I would say around a 200 key hotel. I mean, you can make good friends with the hotel staff because few guests of service, they know you by name and right, yeah, nice people. So the thing with Accor is if you are in Southeast Asia and you're an Accor Platinum, you get lounge access irrespective of what room you book, except at Fairmonts. So a tidbit, if you're a Diamond, you
Mhm.
should be booking Fairmonts because you're guaranteed a lounge access by the program. So it's tough to get to Diamond, but if you do, I think you'll have a blast at any Fairmont for that matter.
Understood. Okay. So you spent 4 nights in Fairmont, Tokyo. Then where did you move?
So after Tokyo, we took the Shinkansen to
Okay.
Kyoto, and from Kyoto, we took a very, very beautiful train called Aonyoshi,
Okay.
and it actually goes from Kyoto to Osaka, Shin Osaka, via Nara. So we got off at Nara and checked into a hotel called Novotel Nara,
Okay.
and it's a very quaint, pretty hotel, nice rooms, and their dining area is beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have, for some reason, I found Japanese love Italian, right? So the
Yeah.
main restaurant of this hotel was an Italian hotel, Italian restaurant. So for breakfast, you have Italian. For lunch, you have Italian. For dinner, apart from Japanese, of course. If you love pizzas and pastas, knock yourself out. So beautiful hotel, and they have. If you have kids with traveling with you, they have some activities there, do Nara deer hunt and all of that. So
Okay.
it also has a lounge. So in the
Okay.
evening, some small snacks and some beverages you can help yourself. And I think the lounge is open on the day till 10, 11 p.m. So in case you want a hot chocolate or a matcha latte or something like that, you can help yourself.
Got it.
It's nice hotel and very accessible. Maybe the main park, right? The Nara Deer Park. So it surrounds a temple. So
Mhm.
getting there is like a 20-minute bus from the hotel. So pretty good. It's right next to the JW.
Got it. Got it. Got it. So how many nights did you spend and how many points did you use?
So just one night, and I think I burned. It was not a very pricey hotel. So I think I got done at 5,000 points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good
Right.
deal.
Yeah, yeah, good deal. At the same time, the mean, it's not just the staff, but the people are very nice at all the hotels. So in case you don't have anything planned, what you can do is all hotels have a concierge. You could just, after checking in, hit the concierge, ask them, oh, so this is how many days I have here. How do I plan? What do I do? And without fail, all of them, they will nicely pull out a map and then they'll take a pen or pencil and circle things. Oh, you are here, go from here to here. In the morning, you can do this. Without fail, all of them have maps, physical maps.
Easier for them to explain, and they are beautiful in hospitality.
Yes. So after Nara, we took another train to Osaka.
Okay.
And in Osaka, we stayed at Swissôtel Osaka, which
Okay.
is in Namba.
Okay.
And I think it is one of the best located hotels in Osaka. I absolutely love that hotel, right?
Okay.
And the people are very hospitable. They take good care of you, always smiling, and it gives a very, what do you say, old school type vibe. It's though it's a, what do you say, it's a Japanese hotel, right? You feel you are in a hotel maybe designed in the 90s or the 2000s. It is, I would say, the heart of Osaka. Why I say heart? Because everything around this is interesting. Everything around this
Okay.
area is
Okay.
very interesting. So we were on the one of the highest floor where they had accommodation, and beyond that you had restaurants and all other stuff. So I think the rooftop restaurant is where they serve the buffet. Even the evening hours is over there, and you can enjoy a
Okay.
nice day view of the city as well as a lovely night view where you have lightings in and around
Okay.
Namba Park. So some lovely pictures.
Got it. And how many points did you burn?
See, Osaka in general is not a very expensive city. So your hotel costs typically 20-25K a night, right?
Okay.
And I would have burnt around 35-40K points for 4 nights. But the most interesting part of Osaka, I felt, was that area, Dotonbori. So Dotonbori is a shopping district. It is so vibrant, full of life, and people are like, just walking around, chilling like they have no other work. So as a tourist, that's what you want, right?
And is it local you are speaking, or is it tourists who are
Both, both. Both.
okay?
So you will see local. So it's a very nice bridge. So there's a water body and then
Mhm.
there's a bridge. So that area is filled with locals just, hanging around in groups,
Hmm.
sitting, doing the Asian squat over there and just sitting and chit chatting. You have people playing music, street performers, someone on the guitar, someone on the drum, someone singing. It's a very good vibe altogether. And I think weekends are very vibrant over there. You should spend a weekend in Osaka. You can do karaoke. Did I mention Swiss Hotel on the 10th floor has this nice pub called Namba 81.
Okay.
It has a karaoke room and it has arcade games.
I think Japanese love karaoke.
In fact, you have karaoke. It's called karaoke, and then you have premium karaoke.
Oh,
So normal karaoke would be like 3,000 yen an hour. Premium would be 6,000 yen. I don't know what's the difference, but
okay.
like let's go for the normal.
Nice. I hope you sung a lot of songs there.
I sung my heart out, lost my voice. So don't go overboard, right? You'll have a lot of fun. You can always sing tomorrow. आज ये
Yeah.
सब गाना जरूरी नहीं.
Agree. All right. And so from that, is that all in Osaka you stayed, or you stayed more?
So we did stay more. So
Okay.
I mean, we did Universal Studios Japan
Okay.
in the first leg of Osaka. Then we did the castle, which is Osaka
Okay.
Castle. You can choose to go inside. We did go, we took a tour, understood the culture. But if you want just the pretty views, vibes, and all of that, you could just choose to hang around I would say the campus, not the campus, but the premises, right? The lawns and the gardens of the castle. It's not mandatory you spend 2-3 hours within the castle because essentially it's a museum. If you want to understand history of how that castle was developed and how the rulers of Osaka existed, you could feel free to knock yourself out. Yeah, then you can do the aquarium, Ryokan Aquarium, which is an absolute must do. You would need 3 to 4 hours minimum. And it's not just huge, it's expansive. The number of, uh, you know, water beings, I would say, right? You see over there, you would have not seen anywhere else. So
Got it.
we saw not just the great white sharks, some king crabs. I mean, they have tried to recreate the marine diversity of every city or every hotspot, marine hotspot across
Mhm.
the world in that
Okay.
particular aquarium. So it's very interesting to see, and I don't think you'll see it elsewhere.
Nice, nice, nice. So you stayed how many nights in Osaka?
So we did 4 nights in
Okay.
Osaka. Then we headed to Kyoto for
Okay.
the highlight of our trip. And
Okay.
I'll tell you why highlight.
Okay. So far, whatever is there is a highlight, but yeah. Oh, uh, in every city he's going, he has a lot to talk about. Go ahead.
So see, Kyoto is one of the city which has a very, so as I said earlier, each city has its own culture,
Yeah.
right? But Kyoto has preserved the culture the most.
Hmm.
And when you see the Edo period, right, where you have all the samurai and the geisha and the entire part of Japan which you reminisce about or you read in the books about. So that's in Kyoto, especially the Higashiyama Ward. So that's where people will recognize it by the very famous Starbucks.
Okay.
So people are like, oh, I need to go to the Starbucks street. Yeah. So you go to the Starbucks street. But
Okay.
it's not just Starbucks, it's the whole place that has tried to retain the vibes of maybe the hundreds or 1600s, right? Because the architecture is still like that and it is all regulated. The government wants you to maintain it. They will
Mm.
say, the cobblestones on which you walk has to be in a fashion. Then the lamps what they have on both sides of the street, that has to be in such a fashion. So it is like you're walking into a theme park, and it is not just one area, the whole city is like that. Be it Higashiyama, be it Gion, or wherever you go, everything is very similar, and each structure will have some or the other unique standout feature. So
Okay.
if you have, I mean, I like to, wherever I go, I like to just enjoy and take in the culture. So
True.
it's
Very
not
true.
that I will keep myself occupied. I'll just go and sit in one place and just observe.
Agree. So yeah, where did you stay in the hotel?
Yeah. So the hotel is our banyan tree, Higashiyama.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. I now know why are you saying that it was a highlight.
That's right. And it is situated right behind the street where Starbucks and the Park Hyatt is.
Okay.
There's a steep ascent.
Okay.
And the reason there's an ascent is because it's situated on a hill. And the hill, they have a
Mhm.
private bamboo forest,
Okay. Okay.
right? So it was very cold, but since you want to see the bamboo forest, you have to step out of the heated campus at night. And then you do a very cute bamboo ritual where you take a lantern and you hang it, whether you write what wish you want and then you tie it.
Okay.
So that was a wonderful experience, lovely photos. And then you come back, enjoy a nice cup of matcha.
Did you like matcha?
I liked it because it gives a very nice hit of caffeine.
Okay. Okay.
But for many people, maybe the texture, they are not used to it.
Yeah, I think it is acquired taste in my opinion for matcha.
That's right. Because we are used to a very smooth tea where you just, dip it and strain the tea leaves. In this, the texture, literally, it's very grainy and rolls on your tongue. And yeah, but you get used to it.
So you stayed in Banyan Tree. How many nights did you stay and how many points did you burn?
It was a 3 night stay,
Okay.
and I mean, through the offer, right? We got a third night free offer. So,
Okay.
yeah, so third night free is because it's a Hera property and they were running that offer. So,
Okay.
I think I burned around 1.3 lakh points for three
Okay.
nights, and
Okay.
that's after the third night free. Otherwise, it would be slightly higher. So it was an interesting thing, and they did give us an upgrade
Okay.
to a wellness room with a very nice sunset facing window. So I mean, wherever I go, I like to request for a sunset facing because I'm not an early morning person. So at least I can see the sunset.
Nice. Okay.
So the room was nice and it was a traditional Japanese ryokan style room.
Okay.
The bed was a Western style bed, a raised mattress and all of that, not the
Yeah.
futon. But
Yeah.
everything else was traditional ryokan with the pine wood bathtub, onsen. Like so, they have a onsen. So all these hotels, wherever you go, they have an onsen. I think every property has an onsen, right? And Banyan Tree has a natural hot spring onsen. So the water comes from within the earth. Yeah, and it's well maintained. I mean, the temperature is regulated. Whereas other hotels may not have a natural onsen, but they do have a public bath.
Got it.
So
I love dipping in the onsen water. Amazing, amazing. And I think every place that we visited had different concentration of sulfur, different concentration of various minerals.
that's right.
So it was amazing, and I think it helps with your blood circulation and all, right?
Yeah, it does, and you feel very fresh once you come off. I mean, you need to cool your body down. So when we went, one of the lady staff was saying, you don't stay in the onsen for too long, 10-15 minutes, and then you come off, you put cold water and then go back in.
Go back, yeah.
Yeah,
Agree.
so
I
that's
think one of the onsen we went in Kusatsu, there we took that in public bath. I mean, it was some managed by some property or something. They had a sleeping area over there. After you take the onsen, you sleep over there, and we slept, I think, for half an hour or 1 hour. It was amazing feeling. Crazy. And I can still remember, I can still see I was sleeping over there. It was on the first floor. It is one of the experience that you never forget.
that's right. That's right. I mean, once you're used to taking a onsen hot bath and then crashing,
Yeah.
I think it becomes a habit.
uh, you're
No
right.
wonder the Japanese love their baths. Yeah, it's like a tradition for them. I mean, we are like, okay, take a quick shower and head to work. They're like, after I work, I will take a 1 hour long bath.
So I think you had a plan to go to Sapporo from there.
Yes, so after Kyoto, we planned to go to Sapporo, and the main purpose was skiing.
Hmm.
So I always wanted to ski, and then what better place than Hokkaido, right?
Yeah.
So they have a few ski resorts over there. Also, ideal place would be Niseko, which is like the best place to ski. And Accor doesn't have any properties, but there's a nice Ritz-Carlton Reserve property over there. Apart
Okay.
from that, you have a Hilton. So these two are, I mean, both are on the same slope, so you could take your pick, right? But again, you have to plan months in advance because it's peak ski season.
Yeah.
So that's one option. Otherwise, you could just do Sapporo, and then from Sapporo, you take a bus to one of those. There are 2, 3 ski resorts in and around Sapporo, 1 hour away. Go in the morning, finish your skiing, and come back.
Okay.
And because
Okay.
Niseko is far, that's like maybe a 2 hour bus. So you will not be able to manage unless you wake up very early.
Got it. Got it. So how many nights did you plan in Sapporo?
It was 3 nights, so Friday and check out Monday.
Okay. In Ritz Carlton?
No, no, no. In a very nice hotel called very lovely hotel called hotel. It's an M Gallery hotel called Hotel
Okay.
Sauce.
Okay.
So I mean, the photo itself, photo is what you see online, right? It makes you want to go and just just enjoy the place. You forget skiing, you just enjoy the hotel. So it's such a pretty property, and
Interesting.
solely because of that, I wanted to go over there. Unfortunately, could not because there was a snowstorm in whole of not just Sapporo, whole of Hokkaido for that matter. Flights got cancelled, delayed, rescheduled. And the thing was, my mother had to return on, after Sapporo, we had to go to Tokyo and then from
Hmm.
Tokyo back to Bombay.
Okay.
So it was cutting it too close and it was a risk. What if the return flight also gets cancelled due to
Yeah.
weather?
Very true. Very true.
That was a risk. Though the weather forecasts were indicating all good, but you don't know how the weather is, right? So we took a conscious call to call off that particular leg of the trip and instead stay put in Osaka itself. So that journey is arduous because you have to. I don't know, dude. It's tough to deal with the
Yeah.
Japanese because they are so process driven and oriented. If they say no, it's no. There is no one you can talk.
Yeah. There's no middle ground. Maybe nothing. Either yes or a no.
Yes
Simple.
or no. That's all. So, I mean, in case you get into a soup, better you come back to your hotel, you book a room, come back to your hotel, freshen up, pick up the phone and ask for an American on the line. That's what I did. So
Okay.
yeah. And remember when I got in touch with you also, "Arey, kya
Yeah, I agree.
like, okay, dude, just chill and let's sort this out." So eventually it worked out. The flights and all, you could deal with some people over the phone and always speak to someone, even though the waiting times are longer, right? If you
Yeah.
have rescheduling, cancellation, and all that, don't do it at the airport. They will just make you run around in circles. Don't do it at the airport. Do it over the phone where you are the most relaxed. So that's like a pro tip when traveling Japan. And another thing is, I mean, I'm digressing a bit, but when we book these Hello Blue sale or the JAL sale, right?
Yeah.
We book the free domestic leg and then we do a stopover. So that's what I did. So I
Okay.
booked a stopover, and a stopover was say Bombay, Tokyo, and then the domestic leg was Osaka to Sapporo,
Hmm.
and a stopover from Sapporo to Tokyo, with Tokyo being the stopover destination.
Right.
Essentially, it was a four-leg itinerary, and you know how it is with international flights. If you miss any one of those, you cannot continue the remainder of your journey.
Because they are in a single PNR.
Exactly. So even though you are ill, sick, bad weather, you absolutely have to travel all those legs. If not, you need to pick up the phone and tell them this is what it is, and you modify the PNR.
So you moved back to Swissôtel?
Yeah, we moved back to Swissôtel at 12 midnight.
Okay. Okay.
We
So
were
you
at
stayed.
we were at the airport at around 12 noon.
Okay.
12 hours we spent at the airport.
That must be very hectic. Very
Very,
hectic.
very hectic. Crazy.
I'm sure end of the day it all went well. You got your flights the way you wanted.
Yeah, it did. I mean, we had to, make adjustments, compromise, because, I mean, no one likes it, right, when your trip gets disrupted. So
Very.
it's part and parcel. When you have such a long trip, you need to have some buffer. Something can go wrong. So even
In the hilly regions like Hokkaido, I think, and in the peak season when there is a snowfall for sure, I think these things might happen for sure.
In fact, even now, I know some people who are still in Hokkaido. Their vacation is just extending because there are no flights out, there are no buses out, there are no cars out. Enjoying.
Enjoying is one way to put it.
I would enjoy because it's literally paradise, right? Even though it's minus 10 degrees, it's paradise.
And with a stash of Accor points, why not? Why not? So you continued your stay in Swiss Hotel for another 2 nights?
Another 3 nights
Okay.
in Swiss Hotel. So in lieu of the Hokkaido 3 nights, we did at Swiss Hotel. And as usual, the guys at Swiss Hotel are fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, if at all, I mean, this is my recommendation. I don't say or strongly recommend any hotel because each hotel has pros or cons. But in Osaka, you have to choose Swiss Hotel. Why? Because it's right in the station. You get out of your train, maybe in 5-10 minutes, you are in your hotel.
Inside the station. Wow. And I think in almost all of the Japan, having a hotel very close to your public transport is extremely important because taxi is way too costly. Way too costly.
Right.
Yeah.
Because everything is so connected. If you're okay walking 5-10 minutes, you can just hit a metro or a JR or something like that. In Kyoto, you may need to hail a few taxis because it's far. Things
Far.
are far. Yeah.
I
So
agree.
be prepared, budget it. Right. I mean, maybe your hotel is going to cost you 15-20K a night. Add 5K a day just for taxi. You will need it. Otherwise, you'll need to walk 20-30 minutes one way if you're okay. Right. But
Okay, points. How many points did you burn for the next Osaka Swiss Hotel?
again, Swissôtel is typically, I don't know, 30-40K points for, I mean, 10K points a night typically.
10K points a night.
Yeah, 10-12K points a night. So that's pretty standard. And if it is off season, maybe it becomes cheaper. So I felt Osaka is a nice place to, spend more of your Japan days. It's lighter on.
Got it. So far you spent almost 3.5 lakh already.
Three and a
Accor
half.
point burnt. Okay, and we are halfway in your trip. So I'm sure there is a 5 lakh mark that we are touching with your Accor points. Okay. So you went, I think you had to move back to Tokyo then?
Yeah. we had to move back to Tokyo. We had done some shopping in our initial Tokyo days, so which we had to collect, right? So that like yeah, we had to collect. We absolutely had to be in Tokyo, else I mean, so the way we did our planning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mom had an extra suitcase
Okay.
empty. I had an extra suitcase empty. So we had two suitcase allowances each,
Yeah.
and we ensured that each of us could take one suitcase worth of stuff back home.
Did you keep it in that locker rooms?
I didn't. So the locker rooms are very convenient, but I didn't use it anywhere because
Okay.
the suitcases were like maybe half full suitcases. So just move all of it into one
Okay.
when you are ready with your shopping stash. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to carry a suitcase ke andar suitcase and all that stuff you read on. And don't do all that. You fill your suitcase maybe 60%, two suitcases 60%, and you take it along with you. So one interesting peculiarity. So in domestic flights, Japan, at least ANA, does not have a luggage limit.
Is it
Yes, as long as your suitcase is under 23 kilos, or I think 20 kilos for domestic, something like that, you can take 5 suitcases with you. It does not matter.
really?
Really, even for economy.
That is crazy.
Crazy. But they realized it probably very late. So, 1st May 2026 onwards, they have changed the
Huh?
policy where economy gets just 2 pieces and premium maybe 3 pieces, something like that. For business, it's still
That is
unlimited.
very, very crazy. I can't imagine how they manage their weights. Uh, wow, amazing.
I think it's a
But
testament
I
to
think
their
they,
one.
I think they promote taking flights domestically. Is that the reason? Because most of them must be taking Shinkansen to travel from one city to another. So I think that
Maybe.
must be one of the reason.
Maybe, but I think it's a testament to their confidence in their efficiency, right?
Yeah, probably.
That no matter how many luggage pieces you throw at us, we will deliver it to you very quickly because by the time you are at your luggage belt, your suitcases are there.
Yeah, and then they will be there managing your suitcase, keeping it so that you can,
Just
keeping
pick
it
it up.
so nice. Yeah, just pick it up. Amazing. Yeah, there was one video viral. I think a guy who was, managing all the suitcases for everyone in a line so that you can just pick it up and move.
Yeah. I mean, some
Love Japan.
things you have to just wonder in amazement. How are they doing it?
Agreed.
It's just dedication.
So did you move back to Fairmont?
No, we stayed at Pullman. Pullman
Okay.
to Tamachi, and which I will come back to soon because that's another wonderful hotel, right? There are a few reasons too, but I didn't realize this until I had completed my stay, how wonderful
Mhm.
that hotel is. And if you
Okay.
are an Accor member, say an Accor Plus or whatever, right? Maybe a status holder, why Pullman should be a choice and not Fairmont. So
Okay.
yeah, so Pullman was just for one night, and then I had to drop my mom off to subsequent. We finished our shopping, collected all our stuff at night, and back in the hotel.
Okay.
So the thing with Narita is it's 1.5 hours from your hotel.
Very far.
It's very far. So you need to keep a buffer for it. And so I would suggest or recommend people to book a flight to Haneda instead, which typically is your JAL. So JAL flies from Delhi. And in
Hmm.
case you are near to Delhi, you can book your flight to Haneda, or you can take your Cathay Pacific from Bombay, which goes Bombay, Hong Kong, and then Hong Kong to Haneda. So that's also the other option. So Haneda is maybe 30 minutes from where we were staying, just by train. The beauty of Pullman is it is 2 minutes from the station.
Wow.
Not just
Okay.
any station. 2 minutes from GR.
Nice, nice, nice. Did you take JR Pass by any chance?
It doesn't make economic sense unless you do Shinkansen every day of your travel. 50k yen for 7 days does not make sense.
Weeks. And how many points in Pullman?
10k points a night or something like that. 15 to 18k points a night. So Tokyo is expensive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so Pullman is a lovely place. I got lounge access and nice grub. But we could not spend much time in the lounge because we had to catch up on our shopping. Dinner is lovely. So us being vegetarians, right? So we didn't have egg. I mean it's very strict. Dairy is okay for us, but we are very meticulous about not having, non-veg or even sharing vessels or something with non-veg. So
got it.
that way all hotels they oblige really well, to our
Hmm.
dietary restrictions, and they would prepare vegetarian food for us specially, or even if it's on the menu, they would take extra care to make it for us. So that way, probably we never had an issue, getting good vegetarian food at any of these hotels where we stayed. For dinner, if you are around, there are few hotels, not many, few restaurants, but then you'll have to walk a bit. But if you're staying at an Accor hotel, you don't need to worry. And the Accor plus dining discount, the 30% discount on your dining, that works out very well in your favor over here. So, as a ballpark, you could expect to spend around 5,000 yen for two for a meal at one
Mm-hmm.
of these hotels, 4,000 to 5,000. And
Okay.
then you can apply the discount and get a nice 30% off on that. So that works out. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the beauty of Japanese food is it's like Indian, right? They are also very diverse in the use of flavor profiles. So
Yeah, I
though we
agree.
were not find it too masaledar, each food has something unique. It's not too bland. It's not too spicy. Right? It's they try to make the most of the ingredient they use. That's how they are.
Dude, I am on a water fast today, and you're speaking all of these things. I'm like, बहुत भूख लगा है, बहुत ज़्यादा भूख लगा है.
In fact, I didn't speak about the most important meal.
Okay.
It's already over, and it was in Kyoto. It was in
Thank
Kyoto.
God.
So going back to Kyoto in Banyan Tree, so Japan is like how we have a fine dine cuisine, right? Like for
Yeah.
example, North India has those thalis, in South India you have the sandi chapad. So the fine dine in Japan is called kaiseki.
Mm-hmm.
It's 7 course, 10 course, 14 course meal, and each course will have small portions served, made and served for you. The
Yeah.
dinner itself spans over 2.5 hours. Every 15-20 minutes, they'll get a course, and you are supposed to savor every part of it. And
Yeah.
like most people, I mean, who are vegetarians, the biggest problem in Japan is food, right? How do you enjoy kaiseki while being a vegetarian? Very tough. Banyan
Yeah.
Tree guys went above and beyond to prepare a fully vegetarian 7 course meal for us, for me and my mom.
Wow.
And
Wow.
boy, it was just amazing. We were in our yukatas, which is a traditional Japanese,
Ye-
dress. So we were in our yukatas and we headed to the restaurant at 8 p.m. for our kaiseki. And
Mhm.
typically, your dinner service gets over by 9:30
Okay.
Japan because everything closes early. Seldom you'll have
Yeah, very
restaurant
early.
open. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the restaurant staff, right, waited for us till we finished our meal, which was like 10:10, and
Mm-hmm.
ensured that we had a thorough, not just thorough, it was just an amazing experience explaining what food was. They had a menu card, right, prepared just for us because our kaiseki it is called Kagen Kaiseki, I think. Kaden Kaiseki. It was not on their conventional way. They designed one just for us,
Got it.
and they printed out the menu
Wow.
with ingredients in English and Japanese just for us.
So sweet.
So we still
Nice.
have it as a souvenir. We took it back, and it's
Wow.
just so lovely. So if at all you're in Kyoto, or for that matter, any traditional Japanese fine dine that serves, do try it. It is expensive, no doubt, but it's absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth the money. I mean, that's an experience you go there just to savor.
Yeah. Wow. That's where your solo time started.
That's
Amazing.
right.
Okay. So did you continue in Accor or how was it?
So see, after Pullman back in
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo, I was in Tokyo for a while. So I think checked into an ibis for a couple of days because I was just tired. So
Okay.
I spent 2 nights at an ibis and ibis Ginza. So I took a walk around the shopping district and
Yeah.
just chilling around, relaxing. I did some chores or something like that. Then after Ibis, in fact, Ibis is very well located. It's near 3 metros. I was at Ibis Ginza 2 nights. Met up with a friend who stays over there. So then we hung around, chilled. Um, yeah. So interesting part was I decided, okay, enough of Accor, right? Let me explore other hotel chains.
Got it. Okay.
So I I had at the back of my mind, I had a plan that I should stay at Prince Hotels, right? It's called Cebu Prince Group. So, like how we have ITC
Okay.
or Leela in India. So, one of their premier hotel chains is called Cebu Prince. And they have
Okay.
around four hotels in the Shinagawa, Takanawa area. And then they have
Mm-hmm.
some two hotels in near the Tokyo Tower. So, it's interesting to check it out because these four hotels have their own private garden spanning some 20
Okay.
25,000 square meters.
Wow, that's very
Private garden.
huge.
Huge.
Wow.
Right. And just for the private garden, just for the colors, what they have over there. I mean, because I was in autumn period, right? I could enjoy it. I don't know how it felt. Maybe the spring would be very lovely over there. Uh, just for that, you should be booking the hotel, right? And
Interesting.
a very interesting part was I was there during peak Christmas, I think 3rd December to 20 during peak Christmas at a very, very good rate. So, and that too I booked using one of the credit card portals. So I get some points back.
Super. Which portal did you use? Smart Buy.
I no. I use the HSBC travel hopper put
Hopper. Yeah,
with
Hopper.
with the
Okay.
Premier credit card. So it gives around I would say uh, 60% in value back, right? 30% in Accor points, which translates to 60%
Mm-hmm.
value back, which is very good.
So, so IBIS 2 nights, how many points did you burn?
See, Ibis again was expensive. It's like 15K a night. So I burnt around points, yeah,
Two
for two
nights, right?
nights,
30K.
30K. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. And this one you booked on revenue, the Cebu
The Cebu
Prince.
Prince, yeah. So I stayed one night, no, I stayed 2 nights at the Shin Takanawa, which is relatively a newer hotel made in the 1980s. And
Mm-hmm.
then I stayed one night at the Grand Takanawa, which is built in the 1960s. So both of them have undergone some
Okay.
renovation
Wow.
over the last, say, 5 years. And the rooms are nice and chic. Vegetarian food, you may have a problem because they are not very obliging with making food specially. I mean, they are like, what's there is there, you can choose to have from these, but politely they will say sorry, it's not possible, right? Because the vessels and all, it's already being used for making their,
Yeah.
say, tempura or whatever. So I really wanted to try those restaurants out, but I could not. But the plus side is you have the konbini, right, which is your inside the hotel. So the 7-Eleven is open till 1 a.m. and maybe after 10:30, heading to the 7-Eleven, you'll find it very lively and chirpy. So you'll have all the hotel guests coming and shopping some stuff or maybe some beverages, snacks. So, I mean, I really like their orange juices. So I would buy orange juices from there. And you'll have all these cabin crew coming. I think Singapore Air cabin crew stays at Shin Takanawa. So
Acha.
you could see them, maybe chit chat a bit with them. Very, very interesting place. So many guests coming in a one small tiny place, a convenience shop at any other five-star hotel.
I think wherever we go to the east, these 7-Eleven, Family Mart shops are like very dear and near to us because they are the only good source of having a good vegetarian food.
That's right. That's right. I mean, honestly, even in these combinés, right, you need to look at the ingredients very carefully.
Yeah,
So you
very
will
true. Very. They will
see
have
a.
in masalas. They will have pork.
That's right.
So we found one potato chips like that. So we
Okay.
were almost going to buy that potato chip, and Shruti is like, "Ki, let me first check what are the ingredients." And it was plain potato chips, nothing else. When she saw the ingredients, she found that okay, it has a pork masala, pork powder or something on that. Like, oh, okay, all right, keep it aside.
It's very sneaky. Matlab, you will see, oh, everything is normal, but then you'll see a gelatin, you'll see a pork, you'll see a beef randomly. So be very careful. Check all the ingredients. Google Translate is your friend.
Yeah, it is a friend. It is a friend. So where did you move after the lovely property?
See, after that, I wanted to. maybe go check out the nightlife. So I wanted to be somewhere near the metros. This Shin Takanawa, though it is good because the property is so spacious, right? You need to walk a bit, maybe 10 minutes. You need to walk to get to the metro. Lovely property. Access is a problem. So I again, I think Ibis for a couple of nights and I needed to do some shopping at Ginza. So it's very one pro tip about Ginza is on Sundays, I think 12 or p.m. to 5 p.m. There is a
Mhm.
street. It is called Chuo Street or something like that. Let me see. One second. I'll
Okay.
just look up the name for you. The
Yeah.
entire street gets closed. There are no vehicles over there, and it becomes a purely shopping district. So people are there everywhere and doing a full-fledged shopping spree. So you could see, malls are crowded, the departmental stores, the retail stores are crowded, be it say a Waco or a Uniqlo or even all of your high fashion brands, right? You will see. So there's a very lovely Tiffany and Co boutique. So check out the Tiffany boutique over there. You may not see it in India as big and as spacious.
Okay.
It's like a museum plus boutique because you have a lot of beautiful looking jewelry exhibited over there. So if you are into gemstones, jewelry, or just you like pretty things in general, you should definitely check out their boutique over there in Ginza. So it is Ginza Central Street. It is called Chuodori. So
Okay.
Chuodori closes for vehicles on Sundays, and that's when you should
Okay.
be doing most of your shopping because it's really fun and you can get your Instagram photos or whatever. I mean, just or you just sit there and watch people do their stuff. It's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's Ginza, and we also in the interim went to Akihabara. So checked out all your Radio Kaikan and electronic shops and anime figurines,
Yeah.
Pokemon cards, One Piece cards, and all of those stuff.
You pulled a nice Pokemon card over there.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. I mean, a very nice Pokemon cards, a couple of good One Piece cards. I mean, if you see the value on these are crazy, right? And just the thrill of pulling a high-end card, they call it a big one, right? Just the
Okay.
thrill of pulling a big one makes you go like, oh, I need very addicting. And I mean, as a tidbit, we have one more at the end, which at the end of the podcast we'll likely open.
Yeah, let's open it. Let's see what we get. So you stayed in Ibis how many nights? Once again? 2 nights, 3 nights?
So it was 3 nights, 3 nights in Ibis, 3 nights in
Okay.
Ibis. So a total 5 nights in Ibis Ginza, and there are two Ibis actually. Cho. There are two stations. So Takaracho is on the Asakusa line, and then you have Hachoburi, which is on the Hibiya line. So these two are very accessible from Ibis Ginza East. So if you have a choice between the two, I would say you select the Ginza East over the one near Yurakcho.
And I am assuming you spent another 45K points over there.
Yeah, so IBIS typically that much is how much I spent because though it's an IBIS, it's one of the most expensive IBISes I have ever seen. In India, typically the rack rate is like 5 to 8K a night, not more than that. But in Japan, and this is 15, right? Yeah, I mean some nights it drops to 12K a night or something like that, but by and large it's 15K. Is what you'll be spending during peak season. And the IBS rooms are very spacious. It's like a 18 square meter room. So by Japanese
Interesting.
standard,
Okay.
it's spacious. Yeah. And it has a bathtub too. So I think one of the first IBS is with a bathtub.
Nice. What next? Where did you go?
Yes, and then in between what I did Nagano. So between this Ibis and the Shin Takanawa, right? I did Nagano. So Nagano, I stayed at this hotel called Mercure Matsushiro. So within Nagano, is it like a prefecture? There is a smaller district called Matsushiro. So that's where I stayed. And nice hotel. It has a complimentary lounge for all guests. So
Okay.
you have tea, coffee, light beverages. If you want to grab a beer, you can grab a beer till 6 p.m. And thereafter, from 9 p.m. onwards, you have cocktail hours or so it's like a good
Nice.
socializing spot for tourists, locals, residents, or whoever is coming in. So it's very interesting concept that they have over there. They also have an onsen. So I think that was a natural onsen. So you could
Okay.
enjoy, a nice bath and then come back in the evening for it's called nightcap. Yeah, that's their terminology, nightcap. So you could come for a
Okay.
nightcap and then be done with it. Very, very, very nice.
Okay.
So that's from there. It's about 1.5 hours by public transport to your ski resort. But if you have your own vehicle, so one thing I would suggest, and before going to Japan, you get your international driving permit, which allows
Got it.
you to rent out a car.
Mhm.
And renting out a car is not difficult, and so is driving because that's also on the right hand side drive. So it's just like India. You don't need to, rewire your brain, and the lefts are still free, and roundabouts are kind of similar. So it's not very difficult. You are a nice and good safe driver in India. Japan should be a breeze for you.
First time when I went to Japan with Shruti, that time we were checking what to do, experiences and all, and that's where we found this Mario Kart. We're like, wow, ये तो करना ही करना है, and that we called them like, sir, you need IDP. Like without that you can't. And unfortunately, I did not take that back then. But the next time when I traveled, I think in 2025, made sure that I'm carrying an IDP just to do that Mario Kart for one half an hour or something, and it was amazing experience. Amazing. Did you try that?
I didn't because I realized 2 days prior to my trip that I needed an IDP. And you know the
Okay.
turnaround time in India, right? 2 दिन में तो कुछ
Yeah.
नहीं होने. So yeah, unfortunately you could. I could not do that. And Jalepe Namak was right outside the Ibis Ginza is a Mario Kart shop, that street cart shop. I went and just for the heck of it, checked, dude, can I just do it without an IDP? Right? I have this license. Is that okay? Like you're from India, right? Not allowed.
You forgot their maybe. They're like, yes.
Maybe. A tabun. No, there's no tabun. There's only high. I don't know. I think even say for Westerners, right? Whoever come to Japan, they also become just like them. There are no exceptions.
No exception. So how many points you burnt in Mercure?
Mercure, not much. I think it was 8K points. 8,000.
Not bad per night.
So for I stayed 2 nights. So 8,000 points for 2 nights is very decent.
Cool. And so Nagano, you came back to Tokyo.
I came back to Tokyo again by Shinkansen. So in total, I would have used a Shinkansen 4 times.
Nice. Okay. And then last part of your trip in Tokyo.
Yeah, so from Tokyo, I did a trip for 2 nights again to Yokosuka, and Yokosuka has that US naval base. So I wanted to get a Sukajan, so which is basically it's like a jacket like this, but with a lot of
Okay.
embroidery on it. Traditional Japanese embroidery. You'll have fancy dragon, you'll have some birds, a phoenix. So if at all you're doing that, you should go to Yokosuka and get yourself a sukajan, preferably from one of those traditional sukajan makers. There are a few which who began the concept of sukajan for the US Navy guys maybe 100 years ago, and the shops are still there. So Prince and Co is one, and there's one more First something. So there are two shops which are still there. Then there's one shop called MJ. So you could go there also and get your sukajan. Slightly pricey, and they have a waiting time of 2 years.
What?
So waiting time of 2 years. So you go there, you give your order, and come collect it after 2 years.
Crazy. So did you go and place your order?
I went, I placed my order, and I'll collect it after.
That is one way of confirming your trip to Japan.
Yeah, I have another reason to go to Japan.
Amazing. Amazing. Waiting time of 2 years for a jacket. Wow.
There's a reason for it. The artisans, as I would say, they are very old and aging, probably
Okay.
in their 70s, 80s, right? So most of the people who are experts at making it are probably no more even. Their
Mhm.
work has reduced, but the same old aunties are running the shop because they want to keep the spirit alive. So
Got it.
their working hours are like 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. 5 p.m. they close. So,
Close.
it's a way of carrying the heritage of Japan with you. It's the same old people who created the sukajan, and when you're buying it, you're buying that part of legacy. It is not buying for the sake of it's cool fashion, right? It is cool, no doubt, but it's something you want to buy and keep. maybe hand it over. It's very good quality for that matter.
Nice. I'm sure you did a lot of study before you went to Japan. Wow. Just like you study your stocks.
Absolutely, absolutely. Research is
Nice.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Yokosuka, right? So right outside the station, there's a Mokure, Yokosuka. So you could choose to stay there. And I mean, it's a very convenient spot because the cultural hub, or I would not say the cultural hub, but the nightlife of Yokosuka is in a street called Dobuita, and it is also called the Haunch. So that's where your American naval folks, after their work day or whatever day they have, right, at their base, naval base, they come there to chill and keep drinking all night till 2 3 a.m, 4 a.m. So the street becomes very lively on the weekends. So if you want to um I don't know, interact with few of the local Americans over there, you can, and you'll see all of them wearing their naval attire, their uniforms, even on the street at 1 a.m, 2 a.m. Yeah, so
Amazing.
they're not in civilian clothes. You can see them there grabbing a beer and making noise, lot of noise for that matter. And 5 minutes from there is this Dobuita. You can go check out a museum. So there is a museum made within a ship. It is a Japanese battleship from the World War era. So that
Okay.
has been converted. How we had our INS Vikramaditya, right? It
Yeah.
was converted to
Vikrant.
a Vikrant, INS Vikrant. It was a museum, the aircraft carrier. So similarly, their battleship is a museum. So you can go there and check it out, but just find out the dates where it's not a holiday. So they have some holidays. So just do some research in advance. Check out the museum. It's very interesting. So you can do that. Again, Mercures are not very expensive. I would have spent some 7 8K points for 2 nights.
Again 2 nights. Wow. Okay.
Not very expensive.
Then
Right.
move
That's
to.
then move to, so again in this Yokosuka, uh if people have not checked out, you have a lot of these gacha shops, right? It's gacha arcades. Arcades, yeah.
Okay. What is
The
that?
Oh, so gacha is basically those what do you call it? It's an arcade game where you put in a
Okay.
coin, and then you have a spin the you have to just spin the thing and you get a ball. From the ball you will get a random article
The white colored one, they place it everywhere. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
there's a very nice gacha shop over here. Like in other places, of course. If you go to probably Osaka, there are a lot of gacha shops. I think even in Shibuya, there are a lot of gacha shops, right? So there's a very big one over here, and a lot of claw machines. Then there are a lot of arcade games if you're into that, and you know want to blow some few thousand yens on those, knock yourself off. So it's fun to do that. Then I mean, if you are wanting to buy trinkets or something like that, you have Daiso, you have Seria. These are all 100 yen shops. And the moment you step into those, be assured you'll be spending 1.5 to 2 hours just checking what they have over there, because infinite amount of stuff you can buy for 100 yen. Just stuff it all in a cart, and then it's like your DMart, right? So you enter the DMart, you're done with 2.5 hours. That's just like that. So be very careful entering a Daiso, because I'm very certain you'll end up buying a lot of stuff.
That's their intention. Yeah. Then back to Tokyo.
Yeah, back to Tokyo. So what I wanted to do was one night in Yokohama, but
Mhm.
because how close Yokohama is to Tokyo, it's just like a 30-minute train. So you don't really need to, check out and move your luggage and all of that. So you could just do a day trip to Yokohama. And the reason I wanted to go to Yokohama is to do a thing called drifting. So it's called drift kart, which
Yeah.
is like a go-kart, but you can drift.
Okay. Okay.
So though I didn't have an IDP, that is my substitute of doing drifting.
Okay. Which car did you drift?
No, it's your go-kart, like how you have it in your amusement parks.
Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Got it.
Mario Kart type, but you can just drift along the circuit. So it's not a bumper kart. Please don't bump into other folks. You can keep drifting around. It's very cool concept. Again, very unique to Japan. You may not find it elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Daikoku parking area, maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday evening, 8 p.m., you could see all these JDM, Japanese domestic market supercars. So
Okay.
you'll be able to see your Toyota Supra, your Nissan Skyliner, no, not Skyliner, Nissan Skyline, maybe the Honda Civic Type R. So I'm a little, I just love these cars because of maybe Tokyo Drift and Initial D. But you'll be able to see all of these over there. Of course, on the streets, if you are at Roppongi or maybe even in Minato or Shibuya, you'll have all these cars just parked here and then revving a bit. So you can enjoy those. But if you want to see all of these in one spot,
Mm-hmm.
that parking area is where you need to be in.
Got
So
it.
you can access it only by car. Either you take a taxi or the best way is self-drive, right? Hire a car and self-drive. Can
Got
do
it.
that.
When you moved back to Tokyo, where did you stay?
Yeah. So now comes to the last leg of my trip. It is Pullman Tokyo Tamachi, and I wanted to stay here for 4 nights. Ended
Okay.
up being six, and the
Okay.
reason is I felt too lazy to go to Nikko.
That must be very costly for you. A lakh points.
Exactly, lakh points.
Nice, nice. But worth it, I think.
Absolutely.
After your 30-35 nights, I think you need some relaxing nights before you head out to Mumbai.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, Tokyo can be relaxing if you want, and if you want to, be a night owl, you can be so too because everything stays open till 4 5 a.m., especially on the weekends. So, you can maybe go to Golden Gai in Shinjuku and or even Shibuya. Everything is open, people are on the streets, you can interact with folks. So I think Japanese are open to interacting with foreigners. It's not that they are very introverted or anything, right? Just that you need to just go up and say hi, what's up? And they will try to speak English, ask you, oh, your Nihongo is good. Ah, Nihongo Jozo, this, they will tell you. And it often turns out to be a nice interaction. So the nightlife in Shibuya, Shinjuku is very good. Roppongi is really fun. You will see all your illuminations during your Christmas, New Year weekends. Not weekends, the whole week as such.
Hmm.
So you can check out Tokyo Midtown. So I did all of that during the period. Have a late start. You don't need to wake up at 6 a.m. and be up till 11 p.m. Have a late start, have a breakfast. So breakfast closes early everywhere. So be sure to have a breakfast by say 9, 10 a.m., right? Not like India, 11 baje tak sab chalta hai. So have your breakfast and then relax and then you can have a late start at say 2 o'clock or something like that.
I remember we speaking about Suica. How much did you load in Suica?
See, typically for Suica, you end up spending 700 yen to 1000 yen per
Okay.
day only on the trains, right? I'm
Yeah.
not talking about Shinkansen. Shinkansen is a separate concept. Only on the local trains, one way you will be spending maybe 170 to 200 yen and return is 200 yen. And then typically you do 2 trips a day. So that's 800 to 1000 yen a day. So every 15 days, we found ourselves loading 15,000 yen.
Okay. Okay.
Anticipating this right at the very beginning, don't allow the Japanese people to see this. I purchased 4 suikas for two of us.
Wow. Okay. Oh, four each or two
Oh,
each?
no, no, two each, two
Two
each.
each. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Two each.
two each. Anticipating this. And best part is for credit card enthusiasts, the only place in Japan where you can load a Suica is at the airport. And this was at Narita Airport just before your railway station entrance. Get your welcome Suica, load, you buy a welcome Suica for 10,000 yen. I would say get two, right? If it's a longer trip. But you need 10,000 yen for maybe a 7 day
For
trip.
sure. Yeah, for sure. And you can swipe it in 7-Eleven, you can swipe it in Family Mart, you can swipe anywhere. I mean, they accept Suica everywhere. So 10,000 is nothing, to be honest.
Exactly. Right. So 10,000 you'd be spending only on trains. If you want to spend your Suica on your convenience stores or whatever departmental store, I think you need to be, buying more or
Yeah.
recharging it further. So
I think on convenience stores, you end up paying with credit card, which is okay. They accept everywhere. But things where they don't accept credit card is
vending machine,
trains.
trains, yeah,
Yeah. So trains, I think that's a good choice.
you need a Suica. Some, what do you say, machines at the stations, wherever you are buying a limited express ticket. right? So do some research on that. You have different types of trains: Rapid Express, Super Express, and then the Limited Express, which is a reserved seat. So those do accept credit cards. Shinkansens do accept credit cards. So definitely pay by credit card. Don't use your Suica there. And the best part, probably, I think you can, if there's a takeaway you could take from this podcast, is this: all of those get you points. It is not a government MCC. You get points.
Points.
If you are on your Magnus Burgundy AEP, you're getting 14% points straight back.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. By the way, did you take any special trains while you were in Japan?
So you should be doing your research on trains
Mm-hmm.
before going to Japan so you can plan it around, because the Japanese have this very odd fascination for trains, which I think as a tourist I find very endearing, because wahan jaake even I loved the whole experience and the at every station they'll have a sound, right? It's basically a song or a tune that they play on the piano. So each station will have a unique tune just for that station. So even if you have your eyes closed, you can tell which station is it.
Oh, crazy. That will happen only after you stay there for 40 nights.
14 nights. It's beautiful. And maybe the Hibiya line, right, from Ginza. What the Ginza line, sorry. They have very unique coaches just
Mhm.
for your even for your local trains. So the
Okay.
coaches in the local trains are very unique. They have designs. The Aonyoshi, which I said, right, from Kyoto to Nara, that was a special train. It has a coupe type feature, and it has, what do you say? It's meant for a sightseeing. So it's called a sightseeing car. So though we were in the evening train, it was sunset. We could manage to see some amount of sightseeing there. The Shinkansen is beautiful. So you definitely have to take the Tokaido Shinkansen from Tokyo to Kyoto or Osaka. And be sure to take, I think it is D, right? So the configuration is 3 plus 2. So
Mhm.
the Tokaido Shinkansen, seats D and E always give you view of the Fuji.
Got it. Yeah.
But even on the return journey, it is still D.
If you noticed in Shinkansen, whenever it stops at the very end, the in every coach there are these 2 3 guys who go inside and then they turn the chairs the other way around.
Yes, they do that. They do turn it around.
Yeah, it is fun watching them. I mean, in that very 1 minute or something or 30 seconds, if I'm not wrong, they turn every chair into the opposite direction and then everyone moves inside. Till then, no one moves inside the train.
They, I think, have 3 to 4 minutes before the train departs. So they have to do the cleaning. They have to turn everything around, do the security checks, everything in 4 minutes. Man, the amount of efficiency is insane.
Insane efficiency. Insane efficiency.
And it's not just for one train.
Yeah.
7, 8 minutes, you have another Shinkansen.
True. True. And every coach, it is not that just VIP coach. Every coach, they turn around all the seats and within that 3 4 minutes is amazing. Crazy.
So do take at least one Shinkansen journey. If you're lucky, you'll have a lovely view of the Fuji. You can choose to hike up to Fuji, but there's a season for that. I think when we went, that season was over. So you could go to Fujikawa Buchiku, and you can view it again from afar, closer than what you would from the Shinkansen, but you can view it from afar. Or you could go to Hakone and view it from there too. But if you absolutely want to hike it, you have to go between, I think, the June to September period. That's when they allow you to go up.
Did you take that Pokemon train?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Yeah. One train I did want to take was the Sunrise Express. So that is the only train in Japan which is an overnight express.
Okay.
Begins in Tokyo and ends, I think, via Osaka somewhere ahead. I think en route to Hiroshima. It
Okay.
ends over there. The only train as of today, which is an overnight and runs every once a week or something like that. I'm not sure on that. So that's one train I wanted to take, but it was all sold out by the time I even, you know, got.
Got it.
So one, if you want to achieve a level of travel efficiency, Japan has this feature called luggage forwarding, the Yamato service.
Mhm.
So Koneko Yamato. You could go to their store or just tell your hotel that you want to forward your luggage to your next hotel. You pay the money, it's around 3,000 yen per suitcase.
Mhm.
You pay it to them. Next day, when you check into your hotel, you will find your luggage in your room.
Wow. I saw that on every station. We never used it. Did you use it?
I didn't because we had oversized luggage, which they
Oh,
don't accept. As were
got it.
like 200 centimeter the diagonal, but they were like you have to have a maximum of 160 centimeter, the medium size, right? Not the extra large. So we
Got
had to end up dragging, but it was okay. It was not too bad. Some places, yes, dragging your luggage for 10 minutes is a problem, but I think you are used to it by that point.
the kind of small things like these that they have, right, is crazy. I mean, it is out of the world to even think of transferring your luggage to the next
Another
city that
place.
you're traveling in.
In fact, that can be very cost saving and smart at some occasions because say you're checking out at 11, 12 a.m. today, 12 p.m. today, you have forwarded your luggage, you explore the entire city, right?
Yeah,
Then you go take the overnight train in case you're able to get your reservation. Next morning, you arrive at your hotel and your luggage is over there.
it's there. I don't know. Are they sending in the same train or not?
Then again, the point is as a tourist, when you're optimizing your time, you need to be in hotels that are closer to your stations
Very true.
and try to change as less hotels as possible. I was solo, so I could manage to change hotels every 2, 3 days. But if I'm traveling with family, I would want to stay at one hotel throughout, right? Take it near a station so that you could just keep that as a base and move around. However, many people say you should keep Tokyo as a base and then from here you go to Nikko, go to Yokohama, go to Yokosuka, whatever. But honestly, that does not do justice because while you're doing day trips, you're constraining yourself
Yeah,
4, 5 hours at that location.
yeah.
So, which does not make sense. It's okay. I mean, you're young, carry your luggage, haul it around, right? Do the check in and check out. But it in the end pays off. At least you're experiencing the particular town for a night or
True. If I calculate it all, you have spent around 5.4 lakh or something, above 5 lakh points of
yeah.
Accor.
I think right about 5 lakh points. Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's
Amazing.
much how much I have
And
spent.
so 5 lakh points and around 35 nights in Accor, then 2, 3 nights with HSBC
Credit card
platform. Yeah, Hopper platform. Again, that is revenue actually. And then 2 nights in the hotel that your friend suggested, again on revenue.
again on.
Got it. You spent 35 nights in Japan with Accor points burning 5 lakh, and half of those nights you were solo, half of the nights you were with your mom. Was amazing, amazing. So where did you get all these points? How many years did it take for you to earn those points?
See, so most of these points, right? Courtesy 24 and 25, 2024, 2025 earns. Because I didn't spend a lot of points in India.
Mhm.
So maybe, I mean, few and far between, right? Just 2, 3 day trips, not a very long, what do you say, escapade.
Vacation, yeah.
Yeah. However, a good amount of points. I was waiting for 1st of January to kick in, so I could transfer the remaining points in my, Burgundy account into Accor.
Amazing. So 2 years worth of points and a 40-night trip to Japan is
Absolutely worth it. Absolutely.
one of the amazing vacations you can ever have.
That's it. You earn points so that you can do a sort of a journey that otherwise you may only think of, right? But
Aspiration.
aspirational. So don't sit on too much points. You are anyway spending whatever amount you're spending, right? And if you have X number of points today, make it a means to, urge you to plan your next vacation,
True.
right? Because you need that sort of fun in life.
Very true.
You have points, start thinking, oh, I have 1 lakh points. Where can I go on a vacation? I would suggest do that. Don't be stingy on points. If you have 2 years worth, plan that grand vacation, which you will remember for the rest of your life.
That was an amazing tip by that was trader Arvind. If I'm sure he can guide us very well in savings as well. And if you are looking to invest your funds in a hedge fund, I will drop links of Arvind's platform. It is Ansible Capital, and he is soon starting his hedge fund in March. So if you are looking to invest, please go ahead. And he also runs luxury travel called Solace. If you want to book, and he runs it by passion. So if you want to book some luxury trips through him, and he does his research like anything you can see from this podcast. If you are looking to book a trip with him, please go ahead. I will give the link in the description for that as well. Thanks, Arvind. Thanks for your time. It was lovely having a chat with you.
Thank you so much, Pranav. And it was a fabulous couple of hours and chit chatting and having a wonderful discussion. I really loved sharing my experience with you and the audience. So thank you so much for this.
So, thank you, everyone. That's a wrap for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a long podcast. And thank you very much. Stay tuned for the next podcast.